So this is beware. This you are on video. You're being recorded.
Yeah.
So you calculated. This is test 5, question 5. You calculated. You can stop sharing too. I don't need to see that. You look at it yourself because I may want to share something with you. Okay, you stop that. So you calculated the tangential force as what? Say it again.
2,618.
Okay, that's correct. That's good. And then you then you would have calculated all those K factors. So what are they?
So they're the same for question 6 and 5, right?
Yes, I think so. Look, yeah, it is the same. Yes, it
Yeah.
is
So
the opinion they
for
gave. Yeah.
K naught, the overload factor, I got 1.75.
Correct.
For Km,
Load distribution, which determines how the load is distributed over the face width.
I got 1.654.
That's wrong.
Okay. For
That's significantly wrong. I mean, that's wrong by almost like 30%. And that, of course, sways the whole result. Anyway, Kv, dynamic factor.
1.173.
That's also wrong.
AB is 1.
Calvan, yep. Bending geometry factor.
Which one's that? J?
J, yep. Which is the tooth geometry.
0.28.
Yep, that's close enough. Let's look into load distribution. How did you calculate? Let me get the lecture. Just bear with me for a sec. I'll open Blackbox and go to lecture notes. And then I'll share it with you. Just a sec. This is spur gear design. Okay, I'm sharing my screen now. Chantel, okay, let's do breakout room. I'll do a breakout room allocation. And then I'll assign you and Anna. I'll assign you to the room. SK, I'll give so that you can monitor, SK can monitor the situation when I'm busy with the Azul's question. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it, Azul?
Yeah.
So spur gear design, we're going to calculate the Km, which is let's go to Km first. So this is how you calculate it. The most common error people do, that may have been what you did. Well, there is dp. You can use the library function or you can just read it from here. So did you read it from these charts? You calculate CPF and etc.?
Yeah, I just read it from the charts.
Okay. And do you have your intermediate steps?
I have, so the face width is 50 millimeters.
50, yep.
And DP is 17 times 4, so 68.
Yes.
So then...
So, that's this face width, okay, 50 means you come from here.
Yep.
So come down. And F face width divided by DP, what's that ratio? It is...
I don't think I wrote it down.
Okay, so let me look into my intermediate. Yeah, I'll stop share for a minute. And then I don't have my intermediate either. So, well, Km is wrong and Kv is wrong. So I'm without redoing the calculation. Let's do the Km calculation here. I'll go to L12. I'll go to, I'll use the notebook, just a library function. So let's share the screen again. Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Let's create a cell here. So it is, let me get the syntax of that function. It is agmaKm, I think it was. Yes. So print agmaKm bracket face width. What was the face width? You tell me.
50.
50.
Yeah.
50. And what's the diameter?
68.
68. And the gearbox was it commercially enclosed unit?
Yeah.
I think that's all there is. Didn't work, so let's see. Let's put here. Don't I use this function here? Probably not. Maybe I'll just run the whole thing first. This is my helical gear. No, this is keys. Okay, I didn't call it here. So let's run the whole thing first. They are not having a good time. Those things, I did some changes and they let's run it again. Debugging under run. Why did I change these things? I don't know. I know. Yep, that's working. So let's do here import from library import agmaKm. Okay, so that gives you this 1.218. That wasn't your result, was it?
No.
So let's see what the intermediate step. I think in this one I have a record function. Let's record true. And from there's also a function in the library which accesses the Intermediate steps. Which one? Calc record. We don't have to know this. I'm just trying to find where you went wrong. It's not going to produce a nice output, but it will tell us something. Okay. CPF. Do you see my output?
Yeah.
This is this is in markdown format, so it was meant to be used in my regular. So that's why you have these funny symbols. But look at the results. CPF should be this, CMA should be this, and KM is their sum, as you know.
Okay, for CPF, I got 0.05, just because I was looking at the graph.
Okay, that's okay. Gee, that's does it make that much difference? Does it? Maybe it is.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. It's how close there's not a lot of space, so I just kind of guessed in between 0 and 0.1.
Okay, yeah, that may be the cause, but although it's a large error, but anyway, I think that's what is your CMA? The next one, let's say.
For CMA, I had 0.0158.
So that's what I highlighted here. That's correct.
But then there was another thing that I added.
There's another one, yes, which is 1. So it is 1 plus 0.0606 plus 0.1577.
If you go back to the lecture,
yeah,
to calculate CMA below the second graph, yeah, 0.2, no, commercial enclosed gears, 0.127 plus 0.0158F minus 1.093.
Yeah,
times
it's all
10
of
to the
that. So
-4.
the result of all that, what is that for commercial enclosed units? That's because that number here is all of that.
Okay.
Just 0.1577. You must have calculated that, because that's really, you got very close to it.
Yeah, so that face width squared, I had 50 squared, and then 10 to the -4, negative 1.093.
Okay, so you apply the equation.
Yeah.
I think there is the error. It is. I'll just want to make sure. I'll check. I think those equations are for inches only.
Oh, yeah, that could be why.
I'll just check. Yeah. Those equations, when you look at them, that they are for inches. F should be in inches. It's not dimensionless. So you can use the chart, or you have to convert your face width to inch, or use the library function.
Okay. Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why I got those questions wrong.
Yeah. Let's go to KV. So that takes care of the KM. So what did you do for KV?
Again, I didn't write anything down. I just have.
Okay, so just check your KV calculation. In KV, there is no unit consideration. I mean, you can use the library. There is a KV library as well, which is.
Yeah, I just put it all in my calculator, all in one.
Yeah. I mean, make sure agma number is correct, and VT velocity, linear velocity, is correct.
I used 5.53.
5.53 is the velocity.
Yeah.
Is this correct? Let's go here. So what is your, what was the speed?
I think it's 1200 RPM.
1200. So that means omega is equal to RPM divided by 60 times 2 times 3.14, 2 pi. So that's W, that's the speed. And the power was, what was the power?
I'm not sure, maybe 12 kilowatts.
Actually, we don't need the power. The diameter, 68 is the diameter, isn't it?
Yeah.
68 millimeters. So R is equal to, in meters, 68 divided by 2000. That's the radius. So linear speed is equal to omega times R. .27. Do you see my results?
Yeah.
So you must have done something because you said something. You said 5 point something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I did here?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I
didn't
think you
write
should
any of
go
that
back
down.
and redo those calculations. You probably will get the right answer then.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I stop share and I stop recording.